Hey there, YouTubers. All right, somewhat of a vlog here. Talk about a couple things. One is, what CPU do you guys want me to pick for the future? It's been a while since I bought a CPU, and we're actually going to look at not only Intel but some AMD. So we shall see what you guys come up with. Now, the other aspect is of this video. What have I been doing with the crypto? How's that going? Why am I doing it? And so let's start with the CPU part, and then we'll do crypto. So though there are a lot of choices out there, kind of want to stick to 11th gen. Um, this would be probably the highest price CPU I would go with. Um, i7 11700K. I'm also considering the i7 11700, which is probably $60 cheaper. Not really going to consider this one. We uh we have this one. It's on the channel. Lots of gaming videos out there with that one. So 10th gen, not really going to go there. We are looking 11th gen right now on Amazon. So, you put 11th gen in on Amazon and you get all kinds of crap, right? It's kind of, they have the worst search engine in the world, but so we already have 11600. Glad I didn't pay that much for it. 11600K actually, sorry. I would probably consider this one. You guys, so 11700K, 11700KF, 11700, 11600, and if it's available, the 11500 is another one, even though we have the 11400, sorry. So it looks like they're out of this. I probably have to go over to Newegg to see if it's available, as well as the 11500. Which would give you a little bit of a boost over the 11400. Probably not. It's probably not worth the money and price difference, but let's click on another page here. See if we can find some more. So okay, 11700F is something to consider. Sadly, this is more expensive than the last time I looked at 11700. And if Intel's able to, let's see, we're June 8th. That's actually June 9th where I am, but Intel is able to produce 12th gen later on this year, of course, 11th gen will become super cheap. So it looks like that's really all we're going to get to see for 11th gen, folks. Now, on the AMD side, we don't have a whole lot of AMD chips, but there are a few that I'm interested in. And, one of them might just be that I need to buy a desktop. So, we had the 3600X. Wasn't that impressed with it, to be honest with you, back in the day. At times, though, I've been considering getting that. I've been considering getting a desktop with the 3500 in it. We talk a little bit about crypto mining later in this video. I may just buy a desktop off eBay. People are dumping those things without graphics cards. So I may just buy a fully working desktop from, say, HP or, yeah, well, I think HP is pretty much the one using the 3500. Buy one of their desktops, no GPU, have it sent to my house back in the States, and then have my family put a graphics card in it. And until I get home, have that thing mining. So I've thought about getting this one. We have the 3900X though, which is, better than this CPU, but these, the 3000 series, in my opinion, not very impressed with for the gaming I've been doing. 5800X, now this would be the other high end that I'd look at, right? So on the other one, we said 11700K or KF. On this end, 5800X is something to consider. Now, when I go back Now this one is honestly probably the one I really want to buy. So I'm kind of hoping there's a lot of people out there that want me to get the 5600X. Of course, we have this one. I don't have it with me. There's the one I used to have, which, may have been a mistake selling that. I don't see too many of these in videos. 3800. At some time, I did want to get this until it got, I think these used to be like $200 or less. So they went up because of having integrated graphics. This probably is not much better than the 3600X that I had. Let's see if we get any more on the next page. Yeah, these are old. That's amazing. But this is, this is good for mining. So that's out of the price range. All right. So the other ones I'm thinking about, and I might get this off YouTube, but this is amazing. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. 5600G and get an RTX 3060. So basically what this tells me is buy this computer, rip out the graphics card, and then resell the computer without it. And hopefully you get your graphics card cheaper. Is that really the case? Not sure it is, but and if you don't buy these on Amazon, if you get them somewhere else, you might get them way cheaper. Hey, if anybody knows where you can get this cheap, let me know. Amazon obviously overpriced on that. So there's also this CPU, folks. This one has integrated graphics, and this might actually be, this is a little higher price than I would have thought, but this might be a good one for the channel as well, just based on being able to combine it with a graphics card or run off the integrated graphics. So there weren't really that many choices. It's also the 4750G. This one probably is halfway decent. All right, let me try the 5300G. So I don't have it. I think it's 5300G. It's, the Ryzen 3. That should be the number, unless it's 5200G, but. All right, so let's jump over to, say, eBay, which we could do. All right, so yeah, here you go. So this one, somebody ripped out the graphics card. I think it had RTX 3060 in it. So wherever they're buying these, makes for a good price. So these are, you can tell these are a pretty good price for newer CPU that's out with integrated graphics. This one I am tempted to buy and actually send home and have the family put a graphics card in it. 400 watts, so I could go definitely, GTX 1650 Super. Probably get quite a few other cards in there, but so that's that. That's really honestly not a bad price. And then there's the 5600G, which, what was that other one? So heck, it'd be worth buying both these. So this guy, be the best of both worlds, right? You get the something similar to 5600X, but it has integrated graphics in it. And actually, this system comes with 400 watt power supply. So for this price compared to what you saw on Amazon for the other stuff, now 5600X, $300. This only costs, another, not that it's only, but another 260 bucks. You get a computer with it. Might be worth it. But now, all right, so that's the end of that, folks. Now, let's talk about the other stuff I've been doing. Like I said, I've got 20 graphics cards, right? And back home, had I have known that I would eventually get into crypto, I might have set those things all up, got them ready to go. Who knew when I started this mad journey? And we were in Hawaii before we come out here to Africa. We've been pretty much in Africa for 7 months now. I'm closing in on 7 months. And so it's been a while. And, haven't been really home much for the last 15 months. So I would have never known that, crypto was going to get this crazy again. And then I should try and get into it. Well, like I said, I have all these graphics cards sitting at home. What I don't have is computers set up and ready to go. So I have thought about, because I do two things here, where I do unboxings and gaming videos on this channel, that why not, help out both of those aspects with getting computers that can actually benefit me in that regard, right? And then if they're actually paying for themselves, why not, right? That helps me get more gear. Though I'm not a fan of the whole mining thing and what it's done to the gaming world, it it's not going away anytime soon. Maybe next year, every time people say, "Oh, the CPU shortage" or whatever, it'll be like now. It sounds like all the way through 2021. So a lot of stuff you can obviously do out there to circumvent that. Maybe at the end of this, we'll talk about some of those things. But so yeah, I'm gonna buy some different desktops. Now let's look at this. So this one actually I like. I would add this to my watch list, right? But this is what I've been doing. Oops, wrong keyboard. I have like 5 keyboards in front of me. Just typing this in, right? And there's been some really good deals on here that I passed up. So this doesn't do me any good getting it, sending it home. Nobody at the house is going to be able to set this up. This guy not ready to go. Last week there was one of these G5s, 240. Like I was selling 5 of them. This has a 500 watts power supply. Assuming this is a decent sized case, could have slapped in a power supply easy enough, right? Boom, got that thing up, mining, right? So for the channel, this doesn't do me any good, right? This CPU, I already have it. What good is that going to do me for gaming videos where we want variety? We want to be able to give you guys different CPU and graphics card combinations, as well as, I'll throw in some different RAM, higher speed, whatever. So that leads me to, skipping all the i3s, which are incredibly cheap on here. And something to consider if you've already got a graphics card, you can get a pre-built setup pretty cheap. And like I said, $240, that's 100 less than this. That was a pretty good price. Now we get to this guy right here. This has a 3500 in it. Do I have a 3500 for the channel? No, I do not. So I'm probably going to buy this, folks. You see, I've already clicked on it. The CPU, is worth probably 150 bucks, so $200 for the rest of this crap. Not the best motherboard in the world, not the best case, but it comes with Windows, so it'll have an official copy of Windows on that solid state. And when it gets home, all I have to do is pop the side off, put a graphics card in for me, download the drivers, set up the mining stuff like we've shown you on the channel, a couple things. or one of my channels, and boom, I'm making money, right? So if I put a decent enough graphics card that's sitting around at the house in, you know, potentially we could make that money back in 100 days to have that computer. Then when crypto goes belly up, if that happens, um, you know, there's going to be so much hardware out there on the market if that happens. You know, whether it be, you know, crypto just as the whole crypto market goes, or if crypto mining becomes just too expensive to do, that you know, ends up all this gear on eBay, on Craigslist, everywhere, and that'll be, you know, good for me if that happens. But will that happen? Who knows? You know, you could see a place like California jacking up people's electric bills, making it impossible to do crypto mining. Maybe some other states would do that. Maybe, you know, there'll be something that comes from Congress about it. I do not know. But there is always that potential, right, that that whole thing could fall apart. So, where do we go from here? Well, you know, try and make extra money. That extra money buys gear. And then, you know, I hopefully become an even happier camper on this channel because I like to bring you guys new gear. I like to, you know, do gaming videos where on this channel you can find the actual hardware. You can find that I've played a game with it, and you know, you get a good idea that it's legit, right? Some of these channels you can't tell, you don't know that they're actually using the gear. So that's going to do it for this vlog. Thanks for checking it out. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you.